Have you ever made meringue clouds, puffy meringue clouds, and enjoyed them as dessert or a snack? Have you ever even seen them? Well, I'm not a French chef or anything, but when my French friend told me about these little things he had growing up, I wanted to know more about them. So I have 5 egg whites. I've separated them, and they're going right into the mixer. You do need a mixer that's going to give you high speed. So just close it down and get it started not so high right away, because you want to get it frothing a little bit with a pinch of salt. All right, now next to chocolate meringue is probably my favorite. I have a beautiful vanilla bean here. Oh, it smells heavenly. So I only use about 1/3 or 1/2 of it. Make sure you put this away right away and keep it moist as possible. And just slice open your vanilla bean, and inside is where all the flavor particles are. So I just hold it down, and then with my knife, just scrape it. And then get it in here. And same thing with this. Scrape it. Now, do not go throwing away the rest of this pod. Put a little sugar in a jar and stick this in, and then you have vanilla sugar for any number of things to use. All right, so this is going, and it's getting nice and frothy. So now I have 2 1/3 cup confectioner sugar to the egg whites. Now, you can use regular sugar, but I've done a lot of experimenting, and this is definitely the way to go. It's a little drier, and it gives you a nice smooth texture as well. 2 1/3 cups. And 1 more. And now last but not least, it's not a necessary, it's just a little bit of an insurance policy, about 1/4 teaspoon of cream of tartar, which is going to help and keep your meringues nice and dry and stabilized. But as I said, not absolutely necessary if you don't have it. Now here we go, we're revving it way up to high till we get it nice and fluffy. All right, so basically I'm making what you would think is a bit of a cookie, but bigger than a cookie, not a cake. So I like to measure out how I'm going to lay this out. And I just take a cookie ring, or you could take a bowl or plate or anything you have, and just gently outline with a pencil. And I'm making 6 of these, so I'm going to make 6 circles. And 1 more. All right, I used a pencil to draw this. So one thing I always do is I just turn it over the parchment paper. And you can see the outline, and that's all you need. So I think we're done here. Oh yes, this is just what you want. It's a good 10 minutes to get it to the place that it should be, so be patient. It'll eventually get there. And by there, I mean here, with this beautiful whipped up meringue. All right, and it's as simple as that. If there's any child or adult, really, who is sort of a child, anywhere in the vicinity, they're going to be getting their finger in there. Oh, I don't know what it is. I love meringue. So I have my circles here. I have a big spoon, and I'm just free-forming. So I'm just basically going to dollop it and want a little swoop action, too. Not too much. Just plop it down. This is a really decent amount here, 6 beautiful meringues. Now, you know, when someone tells me something, and this is part of educating yourself, I don't always do exactly what they say. You know, I do the technique, because of course you have to know a thing or two about how to get a fluffy meringue like this. My friend never told me to put coconut on, but I'm putting coconut on because I love coconut. It's about 1 tablespoon, just sprinkled gently over each one, and it's going to dry just nicely over the meringue. And look at how beautiful and wonky and different they are. So right into the oven they go. Now, this is the lowest possible oven. We want to try to keep this beautiful white tone, not let it get golden. So how I do that is stick it in the oven for a good couple hours. And I'm not even going to close it all the way. Don't worry, it's okay. Just keep it slightly ajar. Couple hours goes by, and you'll have those beautiful, crispy, light meringues. I've made those beautiful meringues, and they are finished. It's been about 3 hours. They should be crispy on the outside, dry, a little toasted coconut, so I'm going to take a look and get them out of the oven if they're ready. Oh yeah, they are done. And this is exactly what you want. It retained that beautiful ivory color, and it didn't get golden brown. You can tell It's kind of hard. It's almost like I can hear it. The coconut is a little toasted. I'm such a huge fan of coconut. And it should be dry enough to just get right off of the parchment and just peel it right off. Look at the bottom. And because they're dry, you want to continue with that idea. So I'm just putting them here on a rack to get super dry. If you live in a place that's very humid, it's a little bit more of a challenge to get them dry. Not impossible. And if you live somewhere that is very dry, then meringue is your best friend. I just can't not open this up and see how inside it's, oh gosh, look at that. That is so yummy.